Hello, on this tutorial we're gonna review the how can we use Python to automate some of the tasks that we perform in the construction, project controls, data analysis activities. Specifically, we're gonna talk about the how to implement the air value management regarding the guidelines of EIA 748. The principles we're going to talk about are two of them. Then, so these guidelines are structured in five major concepts: organization, planning, scheduling, and budgeting, accounting, analysis and data maintenance, and revision and data maintenance. So the automation we're going to review in this tutorial are going to be focused on these two areas, specifically in the guideline number three and guideline number eight. What these guidelines tell us. The guideline number three talks about the integrated subsystems. So it promotes that it should integrate planning, cost accounting, and work authorization activities, including WBS and OBS. And the guideline number eight says we should have a time-phased budget, establish and maintain a time-phased project baseline at the contract account level. So these two principles are really important in the early stage when we're trying to launch or set up earn value. Um, I like the picture that this paper presents to us. This is the name of the paper, but the way it's presented here, it shows how a chronogram, that is a bar chart correlation activities, through the completion of that, as we perform the activities, we earned, and then we start getting an score against a plan value curve. So we're going to talk in this tutorial is how to develop this what we call the PMB time phase budget using Python. So initially, the first maybe software that comes to our minds when we talk about develop a time phase budget, it's gonna be the resource load P6. But from my uh, perspective, Primavera P6 has few challenges when is the time to upload cost or resource into the program. Just I make my own analysis, and for my experience, the latest projects I've been working on, the average activity duration in P6 is between 10 to 15 calendar days. Um, and also for an average project of 300 millions, a typical schedule contains roughly 4,000 to 7,000 activities. So maintaining this month to month in a P6 cause or has the implication to have a lot of administrative work. Instead of that, the Earn Value Integration NASA handbook present this graph, although it doesn't say explicit that EV should perform, Earn Value Management should be performed outside of P6 or outside of the planning tool. It is like a implicit uh, that through all the systems integration, air value analysis and reporting gets information from a costing, from a planning tool, and from a forecasting tool, estimate to complete. And also another perspective here maybe could be this. In Peru, there is a methodology called operative result. And in that methodology, we establish control accounts, and then on those control accounts, there are activities that captures the progress of the project. But these activities are not the same as the business activities. They are in a higher level. So it means business activities most of the time are have a duration of 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. Actually, there is one guideline that suggests that no one activity should have a duration longer than 2 months. But in this methodology from Peru, the activities or the activity we're going to have in the earn value management I'm presenting to you could have a duration of few months, because his purpose is not to track the completion of a small part of the scope. The purpose of this activity is to capture the progress of many activities, and also to allocate the cost in the right cost code. So this is the histogram and the Python script. So this Python script that I'm gonna share with you in the comments allow us to run some base standard libraries, and also it's gonna ask for a file, and then it's gonna run some calculations. Of course, you're gonna have the code to make your own manipulations, because I select a specific table here called activity list. So you might need to modify this accordingly to your own Excel file name. And then it populates this histogram, which represents the time phase budget. And now let me go to my Python. So this is a Python script. In this case, we can see all the required libraries. These libraries are to manipulate data frames. Then we have some libraries to create the graphs, and then some other libraries to read uh, Microsoft Excel files. Here are some comments that explains what is the purpose of each line of code. First are the reading the files, then the manipulations or transformation. Then are some more transformation and setting up, which is the start mode of the histogram, and then here performs all the calculations that allow us to get the histogram.